We are the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives, and when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Play ball!
It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford, Rocks, the Heffley Motor Company, the Wagner Law Firm, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, the Skinner Law Firm, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, Orsini's, Carter Myers Automotive, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Mother Shuckers, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, and the Mansion Freddie Law Firm.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
A cold and windy evening here at Spring Mills High School, getting you ready for some West Virginia high school softball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 on the Skinner Law Firm countdown to first pitch. Our pregame show here brought to you by the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. Dylan Bishop and Nick Verzolini here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Aiden Sensabaugh, our cameraman on the TV side this evening, and Colin McLaughlin back at the studio. Nick, we've got Spring Mills hosting the Berkeley Springs Indians here tonight on their home field, and so far it's been sort of pretty different starts of the season for both sides. Berkeley Springs 0-3 so far to start, and Spring Mills so far 2-1 on the year after defeating Martinsburg late last week on Friday and then splitting a doubleheader with Frankfort on Saturday. But we get an early look here at Spring Mills and Berkeley Springs.
Yeah, Spring Mills, a team that comes in, like you said, Dylan, 2-1 on the year, so certainly have had, their fair share of good performances throughout the early part of the season. They're a quality team, I think. They beat up on Martinsburg pretty good. But it's going to be the question for them, I guess, is can they take that next step in the EPAC? Get to the point where you can compete with the Hedgesvilles and Musselmans in your side of the section, and then just overall Jefferson and Washington have been clearly the two best teams in the EPAC the last few years. So can Spring Mills take that next step? I think this game won't necessarily show that. It's been a Berkeley Springs program that's definitely rebuilding, trying to get back toward the top of back toward the top of just their conference and what they're trying to establish. But when you're playing a team like Spring Mills, or you're playing an EPAC team as Berkeley Springs, they're coming in here just trying to get better. So I think for them, it's where do you show some improvements? How does this game make you better? Because Spring Mills is going to be one of the better teams that you see this year on your schedule. One, it's a bigger school, so it's just going to be a little bit tougher for you as a smaller school. And just we'll see where they go, see how they play. I think, though, that's really your goal, is just to get better today. If you're Berkeley Springs, obviously it's going to be a tougher matchup. So for Spring Mills, I think so far I'm just excited to see some of their progress as a program. Last year they were still growing. They showed a little bit of development throughout the season, but this year it seems like they're off to a pretty good start. So interested to see what they look like this season.
And with that, let's take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll continue the Skinner Law Firm pregame show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. This is West Virginia High School softball. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We're accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. In West Virginia, colorectal cancer is the third most common cause of cancer deaths for men and women combined. Yet, it is one of the most preventable. Every Friday in March, you will be able to purchase a FIT test for $25 to screen for colon cancer. Stop by one of the following locations on FIT Fridays to pick up your test kit. WVU Medicine Internal Medicine Blue Ridge in Martinsburg, WVU Medicine Internal Medicine Charlestown, or WVU Medicine Urgent Care in Charlestown, Inwood, or Martinsburg.
Cody, do you feel lucky?
No, why?
You should, because I'm in your commercial.
That makes me laugh.
Well, yeah, without me in your commercial, they wouldn't be memorable. Everybody knows that you have a potty mouth and that you are a funny guy, and they can trust you.
Well, you aren't wrong there, kiddo.
So you are saying I'm right?
No, but if you need your car done this month, stop over to Cody's Auto Body on Wilson Street in Martinsburg, where we will get you back on the road in no time.
You know I'm right.
That's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
How rude.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Welcome back to the Skinner Law Firm pregame show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, and you set for Spring Mills and Berkeley Springs High School softball here. Let's get into our coaches' interviews brought to you by Parsons Ford, 1400 Shepherdstown Road, and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first.
We're here with Coach McGargy, the Spring Mills Cardinals coach. Off to a, just the very beginning of your season here. Want to know how you felt about your team's performance so far, how they've gotten off the ground so far.
So far, so good, I would say. We had a doubleheader over the weekend. With the say the coulda, woulda, shoulda game. Like to have two. Had the possibility to have two games there. Only came away with a split. First game out of the game against Martinsburg, hit the ball pretty well. Happy with our hitting. Overall, happy with our pitching. Defense, we got to clean some stuff up.
Coming into this year, where did you sort of set the expectations for your team, what their strengths were, and what you want to sort of work on as you get through the season?
Our goal is always to win a sectional championship, then we go from there. That's been our goal from day one here. As far as getting there, it's a marathon, not a sprint. we're trying to make sure, we're going through the games that are on our schedule, but obviously we want to peak when it matters most. But overall, I'm pleased with how we've started out of the gate so far.
Now, tonight you have Berkeley Springs coming in here. What do you want your team to be focusing on when it comes to tonight's matchup against the Indians, the sort of things you want to approach with this one specifically?
With the social media aspect, the kids know what the other team's records are probably before I even do. So, again, don't look at the record. They're the next team on our schedule. We play them, and we'll worry about the next day. Just come out here, do what we're supposed to do, and hopefully it'll take care of itself.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time and good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We're here with Coach Wood of the Berkeley Springs Indians. Coach, we're in the early part of the season here, just a couple games in. I want to know how you've assessed your team in the first handful of games that you've been able to have.
Well, we lost a starting pitcher and a starting catcher at the end of last season. They graduated, so we are working on trying to figure that out and figure out who's going to fill those spots. So that's key for us for the first couple of games.
So coming into the season, what sort of expectations were you setting for your team, what you were expecting maybe their strengths to be and where you wanted to work on most, maybe outside of what you just mentioned?
So we are a very good hitting team, at least typically. We've struggled the last couple of games, but I'm hoping we will get back on track soon. So that's definitely one of our strengths is hitting.
And finally, you're coming into Spring Mills here tonight. What do you want to focus on when it comes to this one against the Cardinals and the sort of approach that you want to take with them?
Getting the bats going again, trying to figure out where our swings are, putting some runs up, and then playing strong defense.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, thanks to both coaches for the time they gave us for those pregame interviews. Let's go ahead and we'll take a 1-minute break as things have, we've already gotten past the anthem here, and we're close to first pitch. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with West Virginia High School softball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
School, current weather at first pitch, 38 degrees. Feels like 31, 12-mile-per-hour winds with 26-mile-per-hour gusts. And that weather is brought to you by CMA's dealerships in Martinsburg and Winchester, proud to be owners who just care more. Starting things out in the pitching circle for Spring Mills will be Alexis Wagner, number 19. And first up the bat for Berkeley Springs will be the shortstop, number 7, Ocean Clatterbuck. As our first pitch is a bunt. It's pulled back. That one is high for ball 1. The starting battery here brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Call them at 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. For Spring Mills, it's Alexis Wagner. And then behind the plate, it is Olivia Butler. This ball is hitting the play right back at Wagner. Throw to first base for the first out.
A good job by the Spring Mills defense to get to that ball, make a play on it, and field your position well. And early on here, obviously, it's cold weather, Dylan, so how the teams field their position, your hands are obviously going to be cold throwing the ball too.
First pitch to Emma Widmeyer is taken high for a ball. We'll get you the full starting lineups for both sides. For Berkeley Springs here, specifically here After this next at-bat, Emma Whitmire starting behind the plate as the catcher, number 6. Second pitch, also high for ball 2. And Nick, when you're able to get it up there, we have our EPAC baseball and softball roundup brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's fast, fresh, and friendly. We'll get that after this pitch, which is in for strike 1.
Yeah, we have some softball games that already got started. Martinsburg holds a 10-5 lead over Goretti. Musselman taking on Clark County. That one is Clark County 7, Musselman 5. And then baseball, Musselman's at Berkeley Springs tonight. So those are our matchups going on. EPAC baseball and softball. A lot of baseball tomorrow and throughout the week.
The 2-1 pitch was in for ball number 3. Oh, excuse me. No, actually the count is evened up at 2-2. Now the 2-2 is inside for ball 3. It's a full count with 1 out from Wagner over to Emma Whitmire. Wagner readies and comes to the plate. This one is fouled over towards Spring Mill's dugout and lands in play before third baseman can get over to it. Jada Thompson, or excuse me, that's Berkeley Springs' Lindsey Jenkins, excuse me. Another full count pitch here to Whitmire. Here it comes. Swing and a miss for out number 2.
I look to me, Dylan, like that softball riser pitch that you see where it starts actually kind of low in the zone and then rises up. And nice looking pitch there to get that strikeout and really throw off the batter.
Let's get you the full lineup for Berkeley Springs here. Brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? You can call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. First pitch in for a ball to Allison Gray. As we've seen so far, Ocean Clatterbuck, number 7, the shortstop, is the leadoff hitter. Emma Whitmire, the catcher, number 6, is in the 2 spot as a swing and a miss here by Gray. Number 22, the center fielder, hitting third. Batting cleanup, Alara Harrington, number 21, the pitcher. Jada Thompson, third baseman, batting fifth. Batting 6th is Marley Heath, designated player. Then we have Layla Parcell, first baseman, batting 7th. Scotland Faney, right field in the 8-hole. And then Cam Buck, batting 9th, second baseman. And then left field, Maddie Close, number 13, in left field. Swing on and missed is this pitch from Allison Gray, bringing the count to 2-2.
It's been a while since I've seen Spring Mills, but last time I remember being here and them playing a complete game, there's a lot of issues just in between. Oh gosh, that hit our camera. But
foul ball back behind the plate here to knocked over our camera. It's the one we ended up not using anyway. So
right, yeah,
there's that at least.
That's a positive, I suppose. But I think it might have knocked off one of our things. Or I don't know what it did, actually.
It knocked the battery out.
Okay. Well, we'll have to fix that. But, oh, God. Might want to just take that one down, But at this point, it's getting beat up pretty bad. But, no, I'm just kidding. But anyway, back to my point, which I don't remember what it was. Oh, there we go. Spring Mills, they were a team that really just struggled with, the basic things. And you're seeing here tonight, already that they're having good plays between the pitcher and catcher. They're getting the ball back to the pitcher, which was an issue. Catching the ball was even an issue. So, already seeing a ton of improvement in this team from, last time I was able to come out and see them play. So
this one's hit into the foul territory right field, and that's going to fall. So we have another full count pitch to Allison Gray. By the way, first pitch was brought to you by the Marius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy, 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg, or call them at 304-263-4343.
The first pitches.
Well, actually, Nick, the title of the first inning is brought to you by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Field & Sons, proudly serving our area since 1880. This ball is hit into right field, and the catch is made to end the inning. And with that, 3 of 3 down, go the Indians, as the play is made out in right field by Paige Houghton. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. After a 1 minute break, this is West Virginia High School softball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
Welcome back to Spring Mills High School here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. After a 3-up, 3-down inning for Spring Mills, Alexis Wagner up on the mound. The Cardinals will come up to bat. We'll give you their full starting lineup here. Number 99 will lead off from center field, Taryn Close. Batting second, the pitcher, number 19, Alexis Wagner. Batting third, shortstop, number 9, Carissa King. Number 18, Sabrina Nutter, will bat cleanup at first base. Paige Vermillion will bat fifth. Number 6, playing second base, Paige Houghton. Number 8, out in right field, will be batting sixth. Addie Salfia, number 4, designated player, will be batting seventh. 00, Olivia Butler, the catcher, will be batting eighth. Lindsey Jenkins, number 11, third baseman, will be batting ninth. And our flex player, left field, number 13, Haley Brady, will round things out for Spring Mills. On the mound for, it's not a mound, it's a pitching circle for softball, is Alara Harrington, number 21. And behind the plate is Emma Widmeyer. Should I reveal my conflict of interest, Nick? Alara Harrington's mom was my 6th grade math teacher.
Well,
I see she's in attendance today.
Really going to affect your view of the game, Dom, I'm sure.
Yes, I don't know how I can stay unbiased. Bottom of the first here is brought to you by Orsini's Home Store. Not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at Orsini's.com. I believe she may have also taught our very own Colin McLaughlin.
Well, what if I told you this? According to the Spring Mills Max Preps, our very own Colin McLaughlin is the statistician.
So you're telling me Colin's biased both ways, both of these teams. Typical Colin.
Not only that, but that means that we have to be biased as well toward Colin.
So that means we are also biased towards both teams.
Yeah, we're equally.
That means we like everyone equally.
You could say that we're just unbiased. But all right, here's the pitch. Strike.
First pitch from Alara Harrington is a strike. That's to our leadoff hitter, Taryn Close, number 99, out in center field. Starting things off for Spring Mills, and it'll be strike 2. 0-2 start for Harrington up on the circle.
And then 99 like Aaron Judge?
Guess so. That's starting battery again behind the plate. Brought to you by Cody's Auto Body, and our starting lineup brought to you by Trips Flooring. 0-2 start. Harrington up on the mound. And here comes the 0-2. Just a bit outside. So Harrington will go back into the circle. Dylan Bishop and Nick Verzolini here for Talk Radio WRNR TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Aiden Sensabaugh, our cameraman. Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. Here's the 1-2 from Harrington. This one's hit right back up the middle by Close for a nice base hit. So the Cardinals will start off with a lead-off base runner. Good contact made there by Close.
Yeah, definitely. And for Spring Mills, they're obviously expected to probably dominate this game, so it's going to start here at the plate. It seems like their pitching was on fire early on.
Here goes Close stealing second.
That was pretty close.
It was. but the throw down by Woodmeyer could not quite make it there in time, I believe, and also was a bit bobbled out there at short by Clatterbuck.
Yeah, I don't think they would have been able to make the tag, but good effort.
And this next pitch fouled off. And Clatterbuck is actually a very historic name for Berkeley Springs baseball. Ron Clatterbuck, longtime coach over there. Ocean Clatterbuck over at shortstop. Here comes the 1-1 from Harrington. Winds and fires. This one took a little bit off of that one, but doesn't quite hit the zone.
I just feel like one of the years that we've been doing this, they had a Little League player at that last name as well, possibly.
There are a lot of Clatterbucks in Berkeley Springs, that's for sure. Foul ball on this one.
But runner in scoring position here early on. I feel like you're seeing some good pitching out there from Berkeley Springs. They're definitely competing with their pitches. Sometimes when you see these kind of matchups, you see a team that's 0-3, you think, well, walks is probably a big concern, but early on that hasn't been too much of an issue.
This one hit up the middle again and just past the glove of Clatterbuck for a single. Close will come around third and score easily. And that's the first run of the game. So making an RBI single for the pitcher, Alexis Wagner, helping herself out.
Yeah, good piece of hitting there. I mean, I feel like Berkeley Springs could have made that play. Clatterbuck over there at short, just a little bit, coming up a little bit short of the ball there, not quite able to get a good glove on it.
Squaring around the bunt will be King as Wagner goes down to second base. Easily gets the steal as the ball hits into the dirt for ball one.
You see Spring Mills being very aggressive early on the base paths. And
here comes the 1-0 from Harrington. That one's outside for ball two.
And, if that works for you well, obviously it puts you now all of a sudden runner in scoring position. It's only a 60-foot diamond, so, if you hit the ball pretty hard to the outfield, you're usually able to score.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. Let's make it 2-1.
Good teams, especially at this level, they're able to put that pressure on the defense, move those runners over, whether it be with steals, bunts, slap bunts.
The 2-1 in the dirt for ball three.
And then ideally you have those 3, 4, 5 hitters that can just drive in the runs with their power. So that's the same thing in baseball, but it is in softball. The small ball game is a little bit more popular.
Here's a 3-1 from Harrington. Just a bit high for ball four. So it'll be runners on first and second now with none out. 1-0 Spring Mills here in the bottom of the first. And the cleanup hitter, Sabrina Nutter, will come up the bat, playing first base. Harrington. It's that back foot. Back now, fires, first pitch, swinging, Nutter towards the third base box over there, and it'll be foul.
So here's the situation again. You got 2 on, you got Nutter at the plate. She's got a pretty good swing. Hopefully, or it looks like she has some power, so if she can come through here with a big blast, all of a sudden you got a big momentum at this point in the game, go up possibly 3-4-0 here.
The next pitch is in for a ball. Even things up at 1-1.
So Berkeley Springs got to be careful here pitching.
Swing and a foul tip off towards the Berkeley Springs dugout. Runners on first and second.
Again, you're seeing some good pitches here. You get ahead of the count, 1-2 count. So if Berkeley Springs can do that and just has some sort of offense like their coach said before the game, they could stay in this one.
The swing, Nutter off the glove of the third baseman. Coming around to score will be Wagner. Ball goes into left field, and Nutter will stop at second base. King will stop at third. The RBI, I'll call that an RBI double off the glove.
Yeah. I mean, it
For
is
Nutter.
definitely not an error with it being as well hit as it was. It's not your typical double, just kind of smacked off her glove and then died out there in left field. But, hey, you'll take it if you're Spring Mills. Puts you now 2 runners in scoring position, send the lead out to 2-0. You got Vermillion coming to the plate who's has experience at the varsity level. So this is a good opportunity here for the Cardinals. Jump out on top, extend their lead. But I still feel like Berkeley Springs, again, that's a situation where you could have made that catch possibly. It would have been a tough play down there at third, but definitely a catchable ball if you have a really good glove on it. And they've had a few of these just kind of slip by them that possibly could have made that or possibly could have made it, some big plays there. So
yes, one of the 3 seniors on the Spring Mills, Paige Vermillion, steps up. That was Carissa Ring coming around to score. Here's a pitch from Harrington. It is high for ball 1. Runners on second and third. No outs. 2-0 Spring Mills. Here's a pitch from Harrington. That one right at the top of the strike zone for strike 1. That'll even the count at 1 apiece. A lot of sweatshirts out for both sides here on the field.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
The 1-1 is outside for ball 2. So yeah, only a rare handful that have decided to just rock the regular jerseys here today, including Harrington up on the mound. This one's fouled back, out of play, straight back.
Yeah, it kind of depends on, I guess, what you are more comfortable with. Would you rather kind of wear your uniform underneath, probably, and then have a hoodie or sweatshirt over top, or just kind of layer underneath your jersey? It's definitely one of the few sports where you're able to kind of go out there and wear something different opposed to just the regular uniform. You'll see that in baseball occasionally too, at the high school level at least.
We're at a full count now. Vermillion digs in. Here's the pitch from Harrington. Swing! Strike 3. First out of the inning. First strikeout for Alara Harrington.
Honestly, she's pitched pretty well. It is only 2-0. She's throwing strikes. She's pitching to contact, which is what you want to see at this level. So this might not be, what you would think on paper. It's going to come down, I feel like, to Berkeley Springs' defense behind her and their offense. If they can score some runs, I think Harrington's good enough out there in the circle to give them some good innings and keep them in the game.
First pitch to Paige Houghton was a strike. Now the second pitch comes in low for ball 1.
But even if it doesn't work out today for Berkeley Springs, just moving forward in softball, you only have to throw about 2 or 3 arms throughout the season. So, if you can have Harrington kind of lead your staff.
The 1-1 is fouled out of play over the first base bleachers. Houghton, number 8, the right fielder today, made the catch for the third out of the top of the first. Now we'll try to avoid making the second out of the bottom of the first and try to drive in these 2 runners in scoring position. Harrington, another pitch is in low in the dirt. Makes it 2-2.
The other thing will be your pitch count, too. Obviously, you're throwing a lot of pitches in this inning. How long can you go with that kind of rate?
Harrington's 2-2 pitch. Fouled, chopped off to the Berkeley Springs side. So the count will stay where it is. Alton, a junior. One of just 2 juniors on the Spring Mills side. A small 2025 class for the Cardinals. 2-2 is low, bounces at the home plate right in front of Whitmire.
She's already thrown now 30 pitches. So, but 16 of them have been strikes. I mean, over half have been strikes.
Full
but
count.
You are seeing a little bit of a drop-off.
Pitch, and it's another strikeout for Harrington. Swing and a miss. 2 swinging strikeouts for Harrington. 2 in a row with runners on second and third. So 1 more out, and Harrington can get out of the jam with the damage limited to just 2 runs. Up next is Addie Salfia. First pitch is fouled. Out of play behind.
This is frustrating if you're Spring Mills, if you can't get these 2 runs in, or at least one of these runs in. You had 2 on and no out. You're looking pretty good. You're up 2-0. Heart of the order, and all of a sudden, Berkeley Springs has kind of settled their way back into the game, got some strikeouts, and we'll see here. Spring Mills can end up coming through and getting at least these 2 runs in, if not more.
0-1 from Harrington is outside, taken for ball 1. So Salfia gets the count evened back up. Harrington is back on the rubber. Pitch hit into center field. Going back for it off the glove of the center fielder, and that means both of those runs will come around to score. Salfia is going to go all the way to third base. Gray couldn't quite bring that one in, and those 2 runs in scoring position will, in fact, come across to score. Harrington couldn't quite make it happen. That ball was maybe a step or 2 away from the wall, and off the glove of Allison Gray. So Salfia comes in at third base.
I'll be interested to see how they rule that. I feel like Gray could have made that play out there in center. They're going to give it a hit. I mean, I guess she didn't make enough. I mean, sometimes, scorebooks are a little bit iffy, I feel like, at the high school level, but I feel like she could have made that play.
They're listed as having an error.
Well, they gave another hit and then another error, so I'm not really sure, to be honest, Dylan. They gave it both.
Fair enough.
But I was looking at it as 3 hits, so unless they already had an error, they either did
I saw the change happen too. No, you're right.
So
Olivia Butler will come up to the bat. Catcher will have a chance to drive in Salfia just 60 feet away. First 3 pitches have been balls.
I'd probably say it's an error, but definitely a well-hit ball by Salfia.
Double and a throwing error, perhaps? Collins'
yeah, that could be it, but I feel like the center fielder could have got to that one.
Here's a 3-0. That one is high. Bit of a hesitation from Butler to make sure the call came in before walking away. So it'll now be runners on the corners with 2 out. And now we're getting a substitution from the Spring Mills side. Coach McGargy going over.
Courtesy runner for the catcher, possibly?
That might be it. Yep, we're getting a player out of the dugout. Looks like it'll be
number 5.
Yep, Jamie Posey. Jamie Pusey. Freshman, number 5. And now Lindsey Jenkins, number 11, third baseman in the 9 spot, will come up to bat. First pitch from Harrington is, here comes a steal attempt from Pusey, and the ball is thrown down by the catcher, and Salfia comes across the score, stealing home.
Yeah, that's a mistake by Berkeley Springs. You got to be aware of the situation.
I was in the middle of getting ready to say catcher's indifference lets the base runner go down to second, but then the ball was thrown down.
Yeah, no, you're not going to be able to throw down to second and hold that runner at third base, most likely.
So that'll make it 5-0 Spring Mills, now with a runner on second after the double steal there. So Jenkins now has a chance with a nice base hit, can make it 6 runs, since it's now 2-1 for the count. Here's a pitch from Harrington, and that one's high and a little outside. Make it 3-1. Harrington steps back on the rubber. Looks in at the catcher, winds, fires. This one's fouled off. So make it another full count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. It's 5-0 Spring Mills against Berkeley Springs.
Pitch count now up to 43 here in this first inning, so it's been a long inning.
Harrington, this one's chopped right back to the pitcher. Thrown on to first easily for out number 3, but not before 5 runs come across the score for Spring Mills in the bottom of the first. Taking it 5-0. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with the second inning. Here, this is West Virginia High School softball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit skinnerwins.com. We'll treat.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel is helping create extraordinary futures.
So we've seen improvements in our boys on the, as I said, arithmetic, reading and writing.
I worked in the county, I worked in public school, and that's what I knew. And I knew I wanted to be able to give her more. So I would recommend this to anyone.
You know, our daughter has thrived here. The family-like environment is exactly what she needed.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel in Martinsburg, equipping children to lead lives of significant impact.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
The WVU Heart and Vascular Institute is pleased to announce that thoracic surgery with Dr. Shalini Reddy is now available in Martinsburg at WVU Medicine Berkeley Medical Center. Dr. Reddy has practiced thoracic surgery in the region for over 8 years and offers robotic laparoscopic surgeries for the lungs, esophagus, and more. For more information about thoracic surgery in Martinsburg, check us out online at mywvuheart.com.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, where accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job!
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rox Rewards.
Welcome back to Spring Mills High School here. I have to apologize for technical difficulties. The cold and wind out here at Spring Mills has been doing a number on all of us, including the equipment. The equipment has feelings too. We've only missed one at-bat. It was a strikeout by Alara Harrington. So make it 2 strikeouts on the day for Alexis Wagner. Dylan Bishop and Nick Verzolini here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Aiden Sensabaugh behind the camera. Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. Pitch from Wagner to 1-1 is a ball. Goes back to the backstop. Make it 2-1. So 4 up, 4 down for Spring Mills so far. Next up the bat for Berkeley Springs is Jada Thompson, the third baseman. Here's a pitch, 2-1, in for a strike. Thompson lets it go by. Even the count at 2 apiece.
It's a good pitch. You got that on the inside, lower inside corner when you're behind in the count.
The 2-2. That'll be fouled off, hit around the top of the netting. Here and bounce back on the first base side. Top of the second inning here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 is brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. Nice place to do business. Another 2-2, swing and a miss. Another strikeout, make it 3 for Alexis Wagner. 2 down here in the top of the second.
Yeah, great pitch there from Wagner to, again, same location she came back to get that second strike. So.
Be Marley Heath up in the 6th spot, designated player. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Stepping back on the rubber is Wagner for the 1-0. Swung on and cut through. Missed. Strike 1. So even things up. Heath will step back. Left-handed hitter in the box. Will take strike 2. Shakes her head a little bit. Probably thought it was a bit outside. But now one more strike away for Wagner. Potentially strike out the side. And she does. Another swinging strikeout for Alexis Wagner. Make it 3 in a row for this inning. Make it 6 up, 6 down for the game. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll be back for the bottom of the second. See if Spring Mills can add on to their 5-0 lead that they have through 1.5 innings. This is West Virginia High School softball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Mother Shuckers. Fresh Florida stone crab straight from the boat to your throat. Blue crabs, king, snow, Dungeness, all available year-round. Try and find that anywhere else around here. Homemade soup specials every day. Mother Shuckers is located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Mother Shuckers, we have an opinion. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Come on over.
Welcome back to Spring Mills High School here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 as we are entering the bottom of the second inning, brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. It'll be the top of the lineup once again for Spring Mills. the bottom of the second, just like the bottom of the first. Taryn Close, center fielder, will be first up. 5-run first inning for Spring Mills. And they've shut out Berkeley Springs on the other side so far. They'll try to add on. Taryn Close got on base to start things out. And eventually came around to score after a leadoff walk. First pitch of the second here is ball number 1. Harrington will step back and fire. Another one a bit high. Make it 2-0. It's a cold and windy day here at Spring Mills. Does not feel like it did last week. That is for sure.
What if I told you, Dylan, I've been here and it's been colder?
A little bit. This one's popped up in the shallow center, and it drops in. It'll be a leadoff single for Taryn Close. And just like the bottom of the first, the bottom of the second starts with Close on first base.
Yeah, so last time I was here was worse. Yeah, it was way windier. The field was, like, blowing into us the whole time. So, like, you know, if that makes you feel any better, I guess.
I don't know if it does. Here's a first pitch stealing.
Again,
Taryn Close, and this time the throw down is in time.
Well, they were close the first time. They probably could have got her. But that time it was just perfect on both ends. Great job by the catcher. Great job down by the shortstop.
Emma Widmeyer catches Close stealing for the first out. Now Wagner will work with the bases empty. It seems like we are just cursed. We are bad juju for Spring Mills. Remember last year, it was a very rainy day when we came for baseball.
Oh, yeah. Don't remind me.
The equipment got real wet that day. So this 1-1 is chopped out foul to the right side. So Wagner, perfect up on the mound so far. 1-2 count here at the plate. Got on base with a double last time. Now here's the pitch. In the dirt. That'll run the count full. One down for Harrington. But 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Here's the full count. And that check swing. They'll say it was outside and no swing. Actually, they'll say it was 2-2. That was not the full count pitch. Now we are at a full count. Harrington rocks back, lines, fires, just a bit outside.
Yeah, ball 4 there, and she's approaching 50, if not past 50 pitches to this point. So you're going to have a few more walks, but see here if Spring Mills is as aggressive as they have been on the base pass. Try to advance those runners. They will take off.
Will be. Throw down by Whitmire again. Sliding feet first into the bag is Wagner safe as the ball was thrown a little high. May not have been in time. It was off the glove of Clatterbuck regardless. So, strike 1, but a stolen base for Wagner.
Yeah, Wagner maybe a little bit more speed there on the base pass. It was, again, a decent throw, but a little bit high. So
Carissa Ring steps up now for her second at-bat. 0-2 count.
Sets the Spring Mills here pretty well with runner on second.
Well, no, the umpire will correct. It's actually a 1-1. They'll say the first pitch was a ball, and that one was a strike.
Good for the clarification there.
So now Harrington back on the rubber. Winds and deals. This one's fouled off towards the Berkeley Springs dugout. Out of play. Makes the count 1-2. We'll get the sign over from the dugout. Now look to the batter's box. And here's the 1-2. That one hit down to third base. It hits off the base and into shallow left field. Coming around third and heading home is Wagner. She will score, and Ring will easily stand up at second base with a double.
That's the second kind of play there that just kind of died in that left field foul territory area. And, that's allowed Spring Mills to get some runs and advance some runners, put them in position to add on to this now 6-0 lead.
First pitch in of this at-bat to Nutter. It's ball 1. I believe Nutter was the one that had that played down in the first inning that hit off the glove of Thompson at third. This time it hit off the third base bag, and and again Nutter will go to that side in between Thompson and Clatterbuck now. That'll be a single that turns into a double with the throw in, and that's an RBI again for Nutter.
Yeah, well hit that time on the ground, and it's through that 5-6 hole. Tough play for both the third baseman and the shortstop, especially with the third baseman playing pretty close to the bag. And it's hit hard on the ground. Nobody really had a shot at it.
So make it 7-0 Spring Mills as Paige Vermillion steps back up for her second at-bat. First pitch is a strike. Big-time hitting so far for Spring Mills. Harrington deals chopper, just barely gets past the glove of the second baseman. Nutter will come around and score on an RBI single by Paige Vermillion.
Spring Mills really getting their timing down here this second time through the lineup. They're hitting the ball well, hitting it hard on the ground, making it difficult for this Berkeley Springs defense. First time through, there were some plays here and there that felt like Berkeley Springs kind of left out on the field, and Spring Mills took advantage of them, but this time they're
This
out.
one is hit deep to left and off the wall. Paige Houghton going to have extra bases, going to be going to third. All the way around to score from first is Houghton, and on her horse, Paige Houghton's going to have an inside the park home run.
Well, it wasn't out, but it was the next best thing. So, same result, a little bit more exciting even, a 2-run inside the park home run opposed to just the regular fence-clearing home run. But, I mean, that ball, just right off the bat, you knew it was at least going to hit the wall. It looked like it was going to carry out of here, but that was just a moonshot. I mean, it was high up there. And I think that's what made it probably difficult for the left fielder to get a good read on it. It was over her head anyway, so definitely not an error, but, just a really well-hit ball. And, hey, that makes it 10-0 here. Spring Mills, and they're really rolling now off of Harrison. I don't know if Berkeley Springs can go to a different arm here or what the case may be, but they may want to think about it.
Well, this one, first pitch from Salvia, hit on the ground to short. Clatterbuck. It's going to be a close play at first and just barely getting the out.
Yeah, Salvia's got wheels. We saw her have that, it was a triple the first time around.
Yep.
So, she came close there to digging that one out, but hit right to the shortstop. Going to be tough unless, the shortstop misplays it for you to get an infield single on that one. But
so Butler will check back up to the plate. Now, Coach Wood for Berkeley Springs mentioned that they at the end of last year, lost a starting catcher and a starting pitcher. As a first pitch into Butler is a ball, so they're still trying to get, work things out in terms of catching and the pitching rotation. So, who knows? They just played a doubleheader on Saturday. Played Martinsburg on Friday.
Seems like they figured out their catcher pretty well. I feel like pitching could still definitely be an issue, but.
Played Clark County on Friday. This one's hit on the ground, chopped again over to Clatterbuck, throw to first. This one not quite as close. Easy out to end the inning. But again, 5 runs up on the board, including Paige Houghton's 2-run inside the park home run to get it to double digits. We'll take a 1-minute break and we'll be back with the third inning here from Spring Mills. This is West Virginia High School softball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg. When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
Welcome back for the third inning here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 from Spring Mills. It's 10-0 Cardinals after another 5-run inning in the bottom of the second. Nick Verzolini and myself, Dylan Bishop, here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Aiden Sensabaugh behind the camera on the TV side, and Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. Nick, it's been offensive frenzy so far from Spring Mills.
Yeah, they definitely have shown some good things. I feel like on both ends. You know, the pitching's been good. Defense hasn't really been tested too much, but offensively, you know, they're hitting the ball well. First inning, again, it kind of felt like Berkeley Springs maybe had an opportunity to make a few different plays to keep it a little bit closer. But that second inning, you definitely saw a lot of well-hit balls. Berkeley Springs made a few more plays actually on the defensive end to, you know, help out their pitcher a little bit. But Spring Mills is a solid team. I think they're going to compete pretty well this year in the EPAC based on what we're seeing today.
The first pitch to Layla Parcell is strike one from Wagner. No base runners up so far for Berkeley Springs through those first two innings. But Parcell ahead in the count to start. And now cut and a miss for strike one. Number one, first baseman Layla Parcell, perhaps. It's not spelled like Bill Parcells. That ball's in the dirt. For ball three. 3-1 count to the leadoff hitter for the top of the third. And that one is outside. Swung on. Well, perhaps the scoreboard's
I
pitch
believe
count.
now it's a 3-1 count according to the umpire. So
I believe it's 3-2 after the signal from the umpire. And that one is in the zone for strike three. So it was, in fact, a 3-1 pitch for a strike, leading to that full count strikeout. 4 strikeouts so far for Alexis Meicher through 7 batters. Top of the third inning here, brought to you by the Dutch Miller Automotive Group, home of Friends and Family Pricing. As the 8-hitter, Scotland Faney will come with the bat.
It's possible that pitch was a little bit better than what we realized, too, because the catcher didn't catch it.
Right.
So it might have been a better pitch. Might have been on the black. It's kind of hard to tell, to be honest. But
first pitch to Faney's fouled off. Second pitch, also foul ball. Back. Excuse me, Forney. Scotland Forney. I was that pause that you were seeing and me looking around here at our table, Nick, was me finding the roster for the correct spell. We have handwritten lineup cards in front of us here, so do our best. Scotland Forney, 0-2 count, and this one is hit the other way, but foul down the third base side.
First good at bat, though, here from Berkeley Springs. Obviously, you're down 10-0, and you're seeing some fight from the batter.
The 0-2 pitch from Wagner is another swinging strike 3.
A nice change up there on 0-2. Take a little bit off, and it fools the batter. You can tell she was way out in front of it.
Second baseman Cam Buck up with 2 outs. Wagner will try to go 9 for 9. There's a bunt. Now it's a pretty good one, but seeing it coming was Wagner. Got up to it quickly and makes the throw to first. So another quick 3 up, 3 down. That's 3 perfect innings from Alexis Wagner. And if her team can get 5 runs up on the board at the bottom of the inning, the day will be done. So we'll take a 1-minute break and be back for the bottom of the third. This is West Virginia High School softball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Bottom of the third inning here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. It's brought to you by the team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the tri-state, they have you covered. It's 10-0 Spring Mills going into the bottom of the third. Scored 5 runs in the bottom of the first, 5 runs in the bottom of the second. And they'll try to add on to it here. Alexis Wagner up on the mound for the Cardinals has thrown 3 perfect innings, and she won't need to do any more if they replicate the result that they've gotten in the first 2 innings. But we will see. First up for the bottom of the third is Lindsey Jenkins for her second at-bat.
Dylan, I was working on my icky shuffle just now.
Okay, whatever you can do to stay warm. Move around.
Kind of hurts my legs, though, so I'm not going to do that.
Harrington back in the circle for her third inning of work. First pitch to Jenkins will come in. This one's hit a looper into shallow center field for a leadoff single, rounding first. Taking a long trip around, but going back to first eventually is Jenkins. So make it another leadoff base runner for Spring Mills. And this time it wasn't Taryn Close, but Close will now come up to bat with a base runner for the first time.
You get that back to the top of the order, so Spring Mills definitely third inning. You know, they put up 5 in the first, 5 in the second.
And they're swinging early and often. The play's made at first base and then just go and step on the bag right next door. Play made there by Parcel. But the runner does advance over to second.
Yeah, definitely a good play. A little bit surprised she didn't try to go to second, but probably the easier play, the smarter play as well to just get the out. But Spring Mills clearly starting to time up their hitting pretty well.
Wagner, for her third at-bat, will take ball 1 outside. The pitch is starting to pile up for Lara Harrington up on the mound, up in the circle for Berkeley Springs. This one hit right to third base, and the play will not be in time. A little bit of a hesitation allows the runner, Jenkins, to get over to third base as the throw was being made. I don't think...
Yeah, tough play from the third baseman.
I don't think Thompson realized what was the situation there.
Yeah, she didn't check the runner back to second.
Yep.
And then tried to throw the ball to her pitcher because obviously, you know, at that point the runner was already at first. But
yeah, there's a little bit of a bobble there on the, so it was a little too quick to make the play at first. Now a base hit by Ring up the middle will allow Jenkins to score, and it'll move Wagner over to third base, so make it still runners on the corners, but now it is 11-0 Spring Mills.
Yeah, Spring Mills, again, they're hitting the ball pretty well, hard on the ground, and it's making it tough for these Berkeley Springs infielders to get to them or make the play, even if they are there, because these balls have been well struck.
Now, up to bat is Nutter. 2 hits in 2 at-bats, fouls off the first pitch to the third base side.
Yeah, Nutter didn't quite get that one squared up. If she did, I think she could have probably done some damage with it, but the runners on the corners here, 11-0 lead. Obviously, you'd like to see Nutter come through.
So now Nutter will step back into the box. And the 0-1 from Harrington. This one is a off-speed pitch that Nutter is a little early on, so hooks it over into third base side. Foul territory. Just past Coach McGargy over at third base.
Yeah, Nutter goes no batting gloves, so that's interesting on a night like tonight.
That's got to sting.
Depending on where you hit it, yeah.
Don't want one close to the hands, up on the handle of the bat. You better choke up on that one. Here's a pitch from Harrington. This one hit the other way, drops in the shallow right field. That'll be an RBI single that Nutter is going to make into a double. Coming around the score is Wagner as well as Ring. So make it a 2 RBI double in the end for Sabrina Nutter. Make it 13-0.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really good piece of hitting because that pitch was not easy to hit. It was kind of low and on that outside corner, and Nutter just went with the ball, sent it into right field opposite way. That's impressive stuff, and that's why she's up toward the top of this lineup because she's able to do stuff like that, and now you're only a few hits away possibly from ending this ball game. So 13-0 lead, and
we're going to pinch
hitter here. Yeah.
Yep. It'll be Talia King up. A 13-0 game. 1 out here. And first pitch is just outside for ball 1. So Lara Harrington will get back on the rubber. And now fires in the next one. This one's shot towards second base. Off the glove of Buck. And stumbling on the way to first base was King. I think she might have gotten there if she'd not tripped, and looks like a little shaken up, but is going to run off on her own power. Gets the runner over to third. So was able to make good enough contact to do that at least. So with that, we'll get the next hitter up the bat. Should be Paige Houghton, unless it's a pinch hitter.
Looks like we got another pinch hitter, but yeah, if she could have stayed on her feet, I think she would have reached on an error. She said something, I don't know what it was, but apparently it was funny, so.
Wonder if she was, it's possible she was trying to slide, but didn't.
No, I don't think she was trying to slide. I think she said like her feet are cold or something, or I don't know. Something like that, because I think Coach said something like, we all are, or something like that.
Yeah.
But whatever it was, it made the crowd laugh. So
it's 2
good
outs.
that she's in good spirits about it, and she did advance the runner at the very least.
So I believe this is Cadence Kendall, if it is a pitch hitter.
Yes, it is.
So after a first pitch ball, Harrington gets in strike 1. And I do see Jamie Pusey up in the on-deck circle, so getting all the players off the bench is Spring Mills.
Yeah, that's the thing about these close-to-run rule games. You don't necessarily get to get your bench in as much as you would like, especially with the 15 after 3. That's one of the negatives, is you probably don't get to use your bench as much as opposed to in baseball where you have the 10 after 5.
1-2, swung on and missed. Harrington gets the strikeout retires the side after 3 runs for Spring Mills, makes it 13-0. So go to the top of the 4th and see if Berkeley Springs can get something up on the board for themselves. This is West Virginia High School softball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. In West Virginia, colorectal cancer is the 3rd most common cause of cancer deaths for men and women combined. Yet, it is one of the most preventable. Every Friday in March, you will be able to purchase a FIT test for $25 to screen for colon cancer. Stop by one of the following locations on FIT Fridays to pick up your test kit. WVU Medicine Internal Medicine Blue Ridge in Martinsburg, WVU Medicine Internal Medicine Charlestown, or WVU Medicine Urgent Care in Charlestown, Inwood, or Martinsburg.
We'll see the top of the lineup here for the second time for Berkeley Springs here in the top of the 4th. Top of the 4th inning on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 is brought to you by Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Company. Reliable coverage since 1877. Call them at 304-263-0809 for a quote today or visit fmiwv.com. It'll be the second at-bat for Ocean Clatterbuck, the shortstop of Berkeley Springs, still working against Alexis Wagner, who's gone 9 up, 9 down, and it's a swing and a miss for strike 1 on the first pitch of the inning.
As Tripp would say, I believe we've had a really strong pitching performance so far. A lot of good things happening out there on the mound or in the circle.
Definitely. 0-1, another swing and a miss. So Wagner has found a groove. Absolutely. Now the 0-2. 3 straight swings and misses for Clatterbuck, making another strikeout. 5 so far for Wagner.
Wagner's been very impressive. We'll see if she can maintain that in EPAC play, but I think based on what we've seen, she's got some good combination of some pitches.
Emma Widmeyer,
pretty good.
First pitch will be fouled back right behind the center.
Pretty good velocity as well. Change up working. So she's been able to mix it up and keep these Berkeley Springs batters off their game so far.
0-1 to Widmeyer is low. Past the glove of the catcher. Make it 1-1.
And that's been kind of where Berkeley Springs has struggled so far this season. The offense hasn't been there. Obviously, pitching and defense could see some improvements as well. But if you're not hitting and scoring runs, it's tough to keep pace. That's a well-struck ball, but it's going to go foul.
Yep, doesn't quite stay fair. Pusey now out in left field for the Cardinals. And it looks like King is now at second base. I believe you may have Cadence Kendall out in right field now as well for Houghton. That one's lined right past the second baseman and into right center field. First hit of the day for Berkeley Springs, and this one's going to be at least a triple, and Widmeyer will stop there. Easily standing up with a triple is Emma Widmeyer. So make that the first hit allowed, first base runner allowed by Wagner in 11 at-bats.
Yeah, I mean, it was still been a great pitching performance.
First pitch to Gray is low. Gets away a little bit from Butler, but she's able to corral it without allowing Whitmire to come home.
But Berkeley Springs now has a shot to get on the board.
The 1-0, also in the dirt, and this one does kick away from Butler a bit, and now Whitmire's going to come across the score. Now Butler may have tweaked an ankle a little bit, but it seems like she'll be okay. She's coming back.
I think it hit like her shin,
or
maybe weird.
It's possible the ball itself hit her in a weird place where their shin guards weren't quite a soft spot in between,
Right.
So next pitch is a ball. It's 2-1. So Berkeley Springs with one run up on the board. It's 13-1.
A little bit of controversy on that call there from the home plate umpire. As first base coach wanted to argue if she swung or not, and he said no. But
that's true. It was a 2-0 pitch that was for strike one, and now this one's fouled off, even at 2-2.
So I thought, it was kind of tough to tell from my angle exactly, to be honest, just because.
Wasn't expecting a strike call.
Yeah, the catcher did have to stand, but not always.
2-2. And there's another example of that. This one is a ball. 3-2.
The only thing I could think is she is kind of a taller batter, so she has a little bit bigger strike zone than what you typically see.
It's true.
Maybe it was at the letters for her.
3-2 to Allison Gray is fouled off. Gray stays alive.
Yeah, you see she's protecting, obviously being aware of some that earlier strike that was a little bit high possibly.
So we'll get another full count pitch from Wagner to Gray. This one is outside for ball 4.
Good at bat there, and again we're seeing a little bit here from Berkeley Springs that they're not just going to lay down and die here. They're going to continue to fight, continue to battle at the plate, and try to work their way back into this one as much as they can at this point. So you like to see the effort.
So make it one run on one walk and one hit for Berkeley Springs.
And
given up by Wagner. Ball 1 to Harrington.
And so far, they've showed improvements in different ways throughout the first few innings. Here it's been the offense has improved a little bit. Earlier you'd say defense and pitching was there early on. I felt like they pitched pretty well to contact, so if they could just put it all together, maybe it'd be a little bit closer game, but hasn't been the case so far for Berkeley Springs. But I think as they move forward, they can build off of this one.
Ball 2 to Harrington now. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Make it ball 3. So Wagner starting to show some signs of mortality now after 10 up, 10 down start. And now this is a check swing, and the ball is in the strike zone anyway for strike 2.
Yeah, I think here maybe Wagner could just, rely on her defense a little bit more. Obviously, she's kind of been dominant on the mound or in the circle so far.
Harrington on the ground hits that one to short on one hop. Play will be made at second, but that will be it. So fielder's choice. And now Harrington will replace Gray at first base, and now there's 2 gone in the top of the 4th.
That's a good play by the shortstop. Get to that one, make a throw to get the lead runner, and then, if the field isn't a 60-foot diamond, you could probably double that one up even. Yeah. But
Carissa Ring showing a little bit of defense with the offense that she's had so far. Ball 1 hops in front of the plate for a ball. But there's a nice play by Butler to keep that in front. Jada Thompson back up at the plate. Here's a 1-0. That one's high for ball 2. So Berkeley Springs has gotten themselves up on the board with 1 run, but still trail by 12, 13-1. Now this one's on the 2-0 pitch, fouled off, out of play, to make it a 2-1 count with 2 out. Runner on first.
Well, Dylan, while that wasn't very close to me, I feel like I could have made that play. a little bit more hustle.
I think back in the day you would have.
That was definitely mine to be made, though, if there was going to be one.
You should have called. Yeah, it was yours to call. This one's the ball. Bounces in front of the plate for ball 3. (3-1) now. Wagner will take her time walking back to the rubber. Now winds, fires. This one hit right back to Wagner on the ground. Quick throw to first, and that will retire the side. But Berkeley Springs is able to get one up on the board, cut the 13-0 lead down to 13-1. Now Spring Mills will come back up in the bottom of the 4th, and they'll have another chance to close it out early. So we'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with more West Virginia High School softball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We'll go to the bottom of the 4th here from Spring Mills High School. It's currently 13-1. Spring Mills leading Berkeley Springs. Bottom of the 4th inning here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 is brought to you by Mother Shuckers. Located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg, Mother Shuckers Crab Shack. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. First up to the plate will be Jamie Pusey for Spring Mills, another pinch hitter. This time, I believe, for Addie Salfia. Lara Harrington still pitching for Berkeley Springs. This first one will bounce in front of the plate for ball 1.
Well, we're entering kind of an interesting part of the game because obviously Spring Mills is 3 runs away from ending it, or obviously top of the 5th if they can hold Berkeley Springs to no runs. So either way, you're running out of opportunities if you're the Indians, and if you're the Cardinals, you're in position to try to close this one out, finish off the game. How do you close the game? And that's important for, the remainder of the season. Obviously, not every game you're going to be able to possibly run rule a team, but when you get into, playoff time or you get into big-time matchups, you're going to have to close out games strong. And I think at your Spring Mills, that's just kind of what you're looking to see here down the stretch of this one.
Counts at 3-0. And that pitch is swung on and missed by Pusey.
3-0, probably take that one.
Yeah, it was maybe on the corner. It might have still been in the strike zone, but
yeah. Just typically, you want to take on 3-0, but I get it. I mean,
the 3-1 is on the inside corner. Pusey kind of leaned out of the way, but it did catch the inside corner. So count runs full. 2 straight strikes for Harrington. Trying to work back and get this out. Here's the pitch, and that's in the dirt. So it's a leadoff walk for Pusey.
So she still ends up, drawing the walk, getting on base, and extending the at-bat.
So it'll be Olivia Butler that comes up with no outs and a runner on first. A 12-run lead for the Cardinals. First pitch is a strike to Butler. Harrington's pitch count surely stacking up at this point, but it looks like Coach Wood's going to stick with Harrington as long as she can. The second pitch is fouled out of play, making an 0-2 count to the catcher for Spring Mills. So Harrington will step back into the circle. Here comes the pitch, 0-2 outside. Good eye from Butler.
Harrington is sitting at 89 pitches to this point.
Here comes the 90th. Wind up and high, right around the face mask, in the middle of the zone for ball 2. Make it 2-2. Pusey ready on first base. Harrington fires. This one's popped up. This one might be trouble. Coming in, not far enough, is the center fielder, and Pusey makes her way to second base, and that's a single for Olivia Butler. Just found no man's land. Did the old Yogi Berra and hit them where they ain't.
Yeah, anyway, it works out there for Spring Mills on a ball that seemed to hang in the air for a long time, but nobody could really get to it. So back to Jenkins here and see what she can do.
Jenkins led off the third inning. Now comes up third in the fourth inning. Takes strike one to start off this at-bat with runners on first and second. Harrington will look back over to the dugout. Get the call. Looks down at the wrist and sees what pitch she's been given, and that's a swing and a miss.
Yeah, it looked like an off-speed pitch there. Jenkins kind of got out in front, tried to send it into left field, possibly make this just close to that one run that you need to.
0-2. Just outside for ball 1.
Yeah, pretty good pitch there, but I think it was a ball. I think it was a good call.
Umpire calls time. Stepping out of the box momentarily is Jenkins, getting called down at third base. Now is ready to step back in. Here's the 1-2 from Harrington. This one's chopped over to second. Play bobbled by Buck. She'll just have to go to first base with it. She will make the play in time for the first out. But the runners do advance to second and third.
Yeah, that's really what you were looking for out of your 9-hole hitter. Make contact, find a way to be productive, and then you send it back around here to close at the top of the order. Yeah, runners in scoring position. So we'll see what you can do.
First pitch line right at Ocean Clatterbuck. Nice diving play is made. And did they get the double play? Yes, they did. Pusey came off of third base and went back over, not in time, getting back to tag up. So, it's a scoreless half inning for Lara Harrington in the bottom of the fourth. Still 13-1 Spring Mills. We'll take a 1-minute break. When we come back, it'll be the top of the fifth, where Berkeley Springs needs to get 3 runs to stay alive. We'll take a 60-second break and be back with more West Virginia High School softball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
Mommy, where does flavor come from?
Well, when people love food, they cook it on a Traeger grill. Meat, corn, even pie. And then the Traeger does the rest. which brings everyone to celebrate this beautiful thing that they've created. Because when you share delicious food with your friends, that's the flavor of life.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Top of the fifth inning here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 is brought to you by L.A. Roberts Jewelers, committed to excellence in quality, design, and craftsmanship, located at 146 North Queen Street in Martinsburg. Currently 8:18 p.m. out here, 35 degrees in Martinsburg with 10-mile-per-hour winds, 24-mile-per-hour gusts. Feels like 28.
Yeah, I agree with that assessment.
Was it not just like 70 degrees literally yesterday? It seemed like.
It's been getting a little bit colder. We've had some
might have been
wind,
like 60 yesterday.
But, I'd still take yesterday over today. But that's March, This
is March.
This is March. Sometimes it's really warm, feels like springtime. Sometimes it still feels like winter. And today is one of those days that feel like winter.
It is technically the last day of winter.
Well, there you go. It's fitting.
Hopefully it is the last day of winter. Puxatawny Phil.
Yeah, well,
you
guys have been hating on my boy Phil way too much.
That's Pennsylvania bias. Marley Heath starts this inning out with a ground ball that is bobbled over at second base. And that allows the opening runner to reach base.
Yeah, it's big. Like we said, Berkeley Springs needs 3 runs to stay alive. Spring Mills obviously wants to put it away. So, I make those plays there. Slow roller, head towards second.
Wagner's still up, pitching for Berkeley Springs. First pitch bunt is fouled off by Parcel.
I don't know. When you need those 3 runs, I get it. You're trying to advance the runner, play some small ball move, work on some things.
But you only got 3 outs to do it.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You sacrifice it.
But in softball, you can bunt for a hit a lot more often.
That is true.
Especially
it's only 60 feet.
Especially if you catch the defense off guard. So, maybe not if they're not expecting it, that works out for you. But it went foul anyway. So
yeah, they're probably a little more ready for it now. 1-1 count. Top of the fifth. Wagner's pitch low, bounces, but Butler keeps it in front. Watches the runner back to first, making the 2-1 count. Parcel steps back in. Right-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. 2-1, strike.
Yeah, Wagner seemed to have lost a little bit of her early control, but there she came back with a big-time pitch.
A little bit,
even
yeah.
this count of 2.
It's hard to stay loose out in this weather as a pitcher as well. There's a 2-2. That one is fouled off, close to the hands.
I'll tell you what, Dylan, it's hard to stay loose as a color commentator, so I can't imagine having to try to actually do something.
I'm not doing much better over here as the play-by-play. Hopefully Ian Sensabaugh is doing all right behind the camera.
He looks...
And, well, I'm sure Colin has about a 70-degree studio that he's in right now. Yeah. But he does have to be out here tomorrow. So, well, not here specifically at Spring Mills, but out in the weather, outside. Full count. This one's hit. Popped up towards second base. And
I can get 2. Oh, no, I can only get 1.
Nah, not quite.
They got to a little bit quicker.
And the ball was a looper right in front of second base.
Possibly an infield fly anyway.
I don't know if it was high enough for that. It fell in front of King, who just kind of tossed it over to Ring at second.
King to Ring.
Return of the King, Lord of the Ring. First pitch, foul tip.
Colin will be inside tomorrow, though. He'll be in a press box at Martinsburg.
That is true.
But Colin had, a long Saturday.
He did. And another swing. And a strike. 0-2. Colin deserves a break every once in a while.
We shouldn't rag on Colin.
We really shouldn't, no. 0-2 count. There's ball 1 to Scotland Forney. Still 13-1 here, top of the 5th. Berkeley Springs needs to get this to 13-4 to avoid a 10-run rule through 5 innings. 4.5 technically, with Spring Mills not needing to come up in the bottom of the 5th.
I like those specifics, Dylan. 4 2/3. No. 4.5.
Here's 2-2. Fouled off into the net on the third base side.
But as of right now, we're at 4 1/3.
That is true.
I guess technically it's 4 1/6. That's what they need to start saying.
I'm too cold to think about this math and do it in my head. That ball is skipped on the ground, got away from Wagner a little bit, goes to the backstop. It lets the runner, Parcel, move up to second base. It'll bring the count full. So back with full count here, 1 out. Here's the pitch to 40. That one's high. Another one got away a little bit, and that's going to let Parcel go to third as the ball goes to the backstop again. So now making runners on the corners with 1 out. Should be Cam Buck stepping up to the plate, and it is.
Yeah, I think, like you said, maybe some of the wind, some of the cold affecting your grip, possibly, catcher, pitcher. I think this is a good time by the catcher, obviously. You don't want to give, if you're Spring Mills, you don't want to give Berkeley Springs a chance to get back into it or extend this game. So, catcher calls the timeout. I think it's a good one. Come out, calm your pitcher down. Obviously, it's 13-1, so there's no reason to really stress about what's going on. But you do want to try to end it if you're Spring Mills, I feel like, because you've put yourself in position to do so. So
that's the name of the game. When you're up on defense, you get the outs, and you'll be able to get out of it if you. Here comes the throw down to second base on a stolen base attempt by Forney in time for the second out.
That's big, especially because for some reason Berkeley Springs did not send their runner from third. I guess the throw from the catcher probably made them feel like it wasn't worth it. Possibly get doubled up on that one, but
right. So that the first pitch was a ball to Buck. Now the second one will come into the strike zone.
And I think if you're the pitcher now, you can pitch with a lot more confidence, knowing that there's only 1 runner on the base paths. You're up 13-1, so even if you give up a hit here, it's only going to be 13-2.
Second pitch, third pitch, the at bat is high for the second. The ball.
I think if I'm Wagner, I would trust my defense here. They've clearly stepped up when you needed them to.
2-1, little outside for ball 3, 3-1.
I mean, you got to respect the batter, obviously, and you don't want to just lay one in there, but.
Here's the top of the lineup up next, and this one will find the outside corner for strike 2. So full count, 2 outs. Get the out here. Spring Mills will win the game. Here's a pitch from Wagner, and that one is called strike 3. And Spring Mills, in 5 innings, will get the victory, 13-1 over Berkeley Springs. A great performance in those first couple innings, especially with the offense, and then a great pitching performance by Wagner.
Yeah, she was good. Defense was there when they needed them to, and the hitting stepped up when necessary. So let's head into this postgame show, Dylan.
Yeah, we'll take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we will have the Palace Lounge postgame show. This is West Virginia High School softball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on certified experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred compensation plan. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
The Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot are in a league of their own when it comes to rugged capability. Their relentless power and versatility make these vehicles the ultimate challengers for exhilarating adventures and formidable terrain. But it's not just performance that makes these cars special. It's the unwavering determination that inspires everything we do. That's why we're KBB.com's best value brand of 2023.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA's, moving lives forward.
Available all-wheel drive on Pilot based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelly Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Welcome back to the Palace Lounge post-game show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. 13-1 victory for Spring Mills over Berkeley Springs in 5 innings. Get you the game summary, brought to you by the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Berkeley Springs, 1 run on 1 hit and 4 errors. Spring Mills, 13 runs on 13 hits and 1 error for themselves. In the game stats, brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. For Spring Mills, let's read off these 13 RBIs that we've got here. If there are, well, some of them, I guess, could be unearned runs. 1 hit, 1 RBI for Wagner. 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Ring. 3 hits, 3 RBIs for Sabrina Nutter. 1 hit for 1 RBI for Vermillion. Peyton Houghton with 1 hit for 2 RBIs. That was an inside-the-park home run. Salvia comes through with a hit for 2 RBIs as well. So it would make it 11 RBIs. 4 walks, 3 strikeouts that they ended up with. And Wagner ends the day, 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, 1 hit, 1 run, 2 walks. Our player of the game, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. I just read off the stats for Alexis Wagner. Nick, is that our player of the game?
Sure. She only gave up 1 hit. I think it's between her and Nutter. So I guess if you had to go offensive and pitching, pitcher usually gets the edge. But Nutter had a really good game, 3 RBIs on 3 hits. So, shout out to her as well. I liked Wagner, though. She also picked up an RBI at the plate. So she was impressive. We'll go with her.
All right, and with that, that'll do it here from Spring Mills High School on this very cold day. So we'll go ahead and get our stuff packed up here. And, thanks to Glenn Simpson for his help of getting us everything set up here with our extension cords and whatnot, and just everything with the wind and the weather and everything. We always appreciate the help from the athletic departments. For Aiden Sensabaugh behind the camera, Colin McLaughlin back in the studio, Nick Verzolini, I'm Dylan Bishop saying so long here from Spring Mills High School. Hope you have a great rest of your Monday evening.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, where accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford, Rocks, the Heffley Motor Company, the Wagner Law Firm, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, the Skinner Law Firm, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, Orsini's, Carter Myers Automotive, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Mother Shuckers, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, and the Mansion Freddie Law Firm.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talk radio WRNR.com. All rights reserved.